di TRA exam paper Negeri Sembilan, question number 1. Sketch the graph modulus cos x minus 1 over 2. Alright. Normally when we sketch a graph, instruction is sketch, not draw. So they will have to give you the range of the x. So the x is from 0, inclusive 0, less than 2 pi. Okay, that is the range of the angle in radian. So normally they will give you the axis for all the sketching of the graph. I hope so. And you have to label on your own. So in order to sketch modulus graph, we expect all the y value will be positive. So we label y here. This one is x. First of all, we try to throw away the modulus. So if you throw away the modulus, you will have the graph like this. So the original graph that you should think of is cos x. So we will start with the original one, which is the mother of the graph. So because it's a sketching, so normally we don't use a ruler to measure, right? We just label 0, here pi, here 2 pi, right? And then here half of the pi over 2, then 3 pi over 2. Then you can actually press your calculator for cos x. If cos 0 is 1, am I right? You can try now. Press cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 will be 0, right? Cos 180, pi is 180, it's negative 1, right? Right? 270, 3 pi over 2 is 0. And then 2 pi you get 1. So basically you should have the shape of the cosine graph. It looks like a panty, you know panty, right? Okay. This one is actually y equal to cos x. The first impression is we try to sketch the original graph of the trigograph. Then after that, step by step, we will minus 1 over 2. So that means 1, you take 1, you minus half, you get half, isn't it? So now this is 1 over 2. So negative 1 minus half will be negative 1 and a half, right? So that means this one will be negative half. 0 will go to negative half. So basically you do a few points, you should roughly get the idea that your graph is actually bring down one step, half unit down, like that. Okay, so that should be the normally we stop here, cos x minus half. See that? I'm getting the much more closer to the graph already. The last step is I will try to modulus the graph, you know. I'm going to modulus the graph. So I will try to make it positive. How to make it positive is, you see, once you put a modulus like that, right? Okay, it's the graph that we are going to sketch, right? So the positive one will remain unchanged, you know. The positive one will remain unchanged. That means this part is still remain unchanged. Negative one, it will go up. It will be a refraction. So you get 1.5 here. So we always focus to the lowest point. You refract, you know, refraction. This point, this is 0, right? If it is at a 0, then it still be 0 after you do refraction. So your graph should be like this and like this. All right, so this is the black one, is actually the final graph that you should sketch. Got it? Balance. This one is a bit above, right? It should be same height. Okay, let me adjust a bit. Okay, right, so this is half. So the black one is the actual graph that you're supposed to sketch. So then you can actually erase off the one that you don't want to show. So you can erase off this one. You can erase. Okay, this one I can erase. Okay, so basic graph that you should get is for modulus is it should be appear on the positive side of the y. Alright, so here we are, y equal to modulus cos x minus half. And then for the part B, what they ask you, hence using the graph solve the equation. Wow, they ask you to solve these equations here. For part B, the equation looks like this. If you look at the equation, it will be 2 cos modulus 2 cos x minus 1, right? Okay, hence using the graph solve the equation 2 cos x minus 1, and then modulus plus pi equal to k. So when the part B, we always compare with the y. I want the y to be take over the position here. So that means here we don't have the 2, right? We don't have the 2. So we can actually say that we can factorize the 2, you know, like this. Or you can say you divide by 2, factorize. You divide by 2 inside. So you times back, you get the same thing. Because this is the modulus, so still positive, right? Okay, so I am going to modify like that. See, I am getting the one which is given in the graph. This is the graph. It's a graph. Right? This one is my y. So I'm going to substitute this one with the y. So finally I will say 2y plus pi equal to k. Okay? So you can substitute y, it becomes 2y plus pi equal to k, right? Got it? Okay, so now I always want my y as a subject, k minus pi divided by 2, right? Normally that's how we do. Alright, so then the next part is, if there are 4 solutions. So 4 solution means we have 4 intersection point for the graph, right? For 4 intersection point solution, 4 intersection will be here. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here we will have 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually the range of the y should be between 0 and half, right? Range. So that means we have a range. So when we have a range, it's not only 0 cannot be equal, because if 0, it will have 2 intersection points. It should be more than 0, right? Meaning here above here, but cannot be more than half, right? More than half, you've got 2 intersection here. Okay, so that means it should be, the y should be between 0